The derelict property tax, which has been proposed and was mentioned in the budget, as regards an update on that, and maybe derelict buildings out in farmyards, out in the rural parts, what would be the situation there, and what's your views on that derelict tax?
It's very vague at the moment what they're proposing for the new derelict property tax, and there's a delay of 2 years which we don't agree with. We should think they should run off the derelict registry that it's existing and then work on the other data sets to expand that to all the derelict properties. In terms of rural properties, if a rural property doesn't have an air code currently, it won't be subject, probably, I'm guessing, to the derelict property tax, because there's revenue need to know that there's a property there in the first place, and I'm not too sure how they're going to know it's there if it doesn't have an air code. So it depends on those situations.
And if the local authority go out and see an old derelict house out in the countryside, maybe an old farmhouse that may have not been used anymore, what will be the situation there?
The priority should be towns and city centres and village centres, places where it's easy for people to live. I would prioritise those areas first before working on rural areas.
Protected structures in urban areas, again, the costs, the pressure to put on the owners of these protected structures. What should be your views on them as regards funding to help the people that own these protected structures?
There are resources within local authorities, conservation officers, heritage officers, who are there to be able to help and support owners of property protected structures. They're definitely, they come up in study after study as being more complex to adapt and get back into use, particularly when it comes to trying to also comply with fire regulations and trying to meet disability access regulations, Part M, Part L, Part B of the building regulations. So any support we can give, one-stop shops have been mentioned, but really kind of just, instead of putting barriers in front of owners, we should be trying to walk them through the process as easily and seamlessly as possible.